Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Dustin. You don't know me yet, but I'm here to do some reaction videos. I love watching them, and so I decided why not join the thousands of other people in the already incredibly oversaturated reaction video market. Seems like a great idea, right? I will be perfectly honest with you about one thing, and it's relevant to this video. I am starting this entire reaction channel purely in my heart of hearts, secretly, because I've heard through the grapevine, and by that I mean I have been obsessively keeping an eye on all of the crazy social media stunts and like mystery shit. Am I gonna say shit? Is this gonna go on YouTube Kids? I cannot keep an eye on my cussing for YouTube Kids. This is just gonna have to be grown-ups only. I've been keeping an eye on the Sleep Token fandom and everything that's been going on there. And if any of you, which if you're watching this video, you probably are part of the Sleep Token fandom, you have probably heard the news that they are maybe coming out with some new music, we hope, this week. And when I found that out, I had a fire lit under my metaphorical ass, because watching other people's reactions to Sleep Token is what got me into Take Me Back to Eden in 2023. And frankly, that album changed my life, got me into the rest of Sleep Token's discography. Sleep Token has been, I kid you not, they are the biggest, most integral band in my life, in my music taste, since Linkin Park when I was growing up. Rest in peace, Chester. I still cry on the anniversary of his death every year. So you know how much Linkin Park might have meant to me as a kid, and you would be correct. They're the reason that I'm still alive, not to sound dramatic or anything. And Sleep Token has been the biggest band for me since Linkin Park, and the emotional potency of their lyrics. If you're part of the fandom, you already know. So I was like, I have to start a whole reaction channel just so that way, when the new music comes out, if it comes out, I will be able to post my reaction to it and have you all witness with me in real time what it's like to experience new Sleep Token for the first time. So with all of that being said, I am ashamed to admit that though I have listened to Sundowning and This Place Will Be Your Tomb and Take Me Back to Eden an unholy amount of times, I have not listened to the two EPs yet. Literally, I believe just called 1 and 2. And so, in honor of this channel being for the purposes of eventually reacting to Sleep Token music, given that I've already, as I said, listened to the 3 full albums an ungodly number of times, I'm gonna go ahead and listen to those EPs and post those reactions in anticipation of what is to come. So, without further ado, I'm gonna pull those up. I'm still getting used to this reaction video thing, so if you have any feedback, let me know in the comments. But yeah, so for now, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up those EPs, and we're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna probably have the lyrics pulled up so I can keep an eye on those at the same time. And yeah, here we go, I guess. Here we go. First track, Thread the Needle.
Bury me inside the labyrinth bed.
Okay.
We can feel that time is.
Okay, so I've seen so many rappers and hip-hop people. I'm so sorry to pause this already. I'm going to restart it, and I promise I will not pause all the time. But I've seen so many like rap fans and hip-hop fans react to Sleep Token, and one of the things that they've talked about in songs like Ascensionism and The Apparition is the fact that Vessel knows what he's doing when it comes to writing these rhymes, and Bury me inside this labyrinth bed. We can feel that time is, and it looks like it's going to say dilated. I'm trying not to get ahead of myself with the lyrics here. But inside this, that time is. It's not that complex of a rhyme, but it was not what I was expecting. So, anyway, sorry, I'm already obsessing. You can definitely tell. One of the things I love about listening to a band's older material, I did this with Breaking Benjamin when I was a teenager, because I was obsessed with every song that I heard from their second album, and everything from Phobia as well. And when I finally found a copy of Saturate at the store and purchased it, because that was back when we still used CDs, I love listening to the comparison between when a band is young, when they're first starting out, as far as production quality, as far as like how much, I don't even want to say production quality, but how much production has gone into the song, how their voices evolve, how their instrumentation evolves. And obviously, having been in the fandom for this long, I know that most of the studio work is Vessel and 2. So I'm guessing most of this is the same, Vessel and 2. So yeah, I'm really excited to hear what their early instrumentation and lyricism and vocals sound like. I'm gonna stop fucking talking.
Bury me inside the labyrinth bed. We can feel that time is dilated.
Oh, the way he stretches out dilated to fit with the cadence.
We can spend the night in fascination. You can thread the needle time and time again.
Okay.
You turn the lights down. Come on, and find out. You turn the lights down.
Very slow start.
Come on.
Very classic Vessel vocalization. Although he sounds a lot younger.
Something to confide in.
Oh, that reverbed, whatever that was.
Something to erase.
Really big hall reverb.
Just look where we're lying.
Oh, what are these big Minecraft-ass sounds?
Invisible space. We can spend the night.
Okay, one thing that I really love about, and it's cool to see that it's always been a thing, and the contrast, if anything, with less tight production, it's even more visible, fucking audible in this song. But something that I've loved about Sleep Token that makes their music have so much space and yet so much impact is their combination of these big reverby sounds. They don't have quite as much like soundscape and stuff as they do in a lot of, especially Take Me Back to Eden, but these big reverby open wide sounds. And then you also have more tightly engineered, less reverbed, more forward in the mix, main instrumentation over it. So you end up with this depth to the music that makes it both impactful and sound really big. It's one of my... okay, I'm going to go back just a few seconds here. The amount of just huge, like, distant hall reverb that he put on that synth there, it reminded me of I can't remember which songs because I don't listen to C418 much, but there's specific songs in the original Minecraft soundtrack that have sounds in there that remind me of that. So it's yeah, big distant piano. Oh, that right there, that reminds me of Minecraft.
Invisible space. We can spend the night in
There's those layered vocals, octave above and an octave below.
fascination. You can thread the needle
Song name mentioned.
time and time again.
Yes. Those discordant notes. They're already playing so much, so it shows me that this has been a thing since day one, which, you know, we already knew there were some songs off of Sundowning that did that as well, obviously, but this shows me that they've been playing around with syncopation in their time signatures. I don't know enough about music theory to count this and figure out what time signature it's in, but kind of like most of the summoning is actually in 4/4, despite what it sounds like. It's just very syncopated. At least from what I've been led to believe and what I've counted myself with my very limited knowledge. So this shows me that they've already been playing around with highly syncopated rhythms. And I was just like, I heard that swell and I'm like, oh, here comes the guitar. And it's so much crunchy. Again, this is earlier production for them, probably simpler production. So the guitars aren't as like, dun, 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 dun. Like they don't have that big, full, just chest punching sound. But they're crunchier. They're crunchier, and I like that. Ooh. This makes me think of some of He Is Legend. Later, He Is Legend. Yeah, this has big suck out the poison vibes.
It's time. The lights down. Come on. I'm find out.
If you guys see me paying attention to something on the couch, I have my partner's little dog Abby. I am house sitting. Mwah. So this is Abby, everybody. And sometimes she needs a little love because she is the quietest dog on the face of the planet and only wants to snuggle. She's so old. I love her to death. And so I have her right next to me for these reaction videos because she's the only dog I have ever met that will not interrupt the videos. Huh, sweet pea.
It's time. The lights down. Come on. I'm find out.
Sound. Yes. This reminds me of that specific chord progression. It reminds me of what is it? I think it's Telomeres. From This Place Will Be Your Tomb. The specifically the place right. I think it does almost the same thing where it has this drop, and he says, "Let the tides carry you." I'm pretty sure. Let's go back. These distorted vocals. Let the tides carry you. It's not the exact same chords, but it's similar. So not only they've been doing highly syncopated time signature shenanigans, but they've also been just punching us in the face with unexpected, ungodly low gent drops since the very beginning. Got it. I won't lie, it's dragging a bit much for me. But it's still so good. There again, I started straight into Take Me Back to Eden, right? So I'm working in reverse. So naturally the earlier stuff's gonna throw me off a little bit. Oh, and we're going with the fade out. Going with the classic chugging fade out. Okay. Okay. Well, that right there was Thread the Needle, I guess. That was good. That was good. It's, I really love being able to hear groups that they evolve sonically and they, evolve in a lot of other ways usually too, but they evolve sonically and yet they don't they still have their signature. It's still them. It's still so them. And so this is 100% Sleep Token. Like this is absolutely Sleep Token. And you can hear it. And listening to this, I can see why so many people I've heard talk about, especially once all of the craze, all of the hype hit with Take Me Back to Eden, a lot of people are like, I couldn't really get into Sleep Token. And listening to this, and even Sundowning to some extent, I can see why it wasn't everybody's cup of tea. And I can also see why a lot of people, in hearing some of the more trap, hip-hoppy, pop stuff that Sleep Token did in Take Me Back to Eden, after music like this, it's very methodical, it's very drawn, it's definitely proggy, it's definitely alt, but it's still very ambient metal, I guess. And so I can see why some people didn't like the changes with Take Me Back to Eden, especially if they've been listening to old stuff for quite a while. But that said, it's Sleep Token. I ain't gonna complain. Still very good. So moving on to the next track, let's see what we got.